Hi, I wanted to do midweek calibration a little bit different this week because I have a lot on my heart. And it felt a lot easier for me to speak it out than to try to translate it into words. Speaking is more of a natural expression for me, and writing is not the easiest form of expressing. So, something that feels so heavy on my heart, I want to be using my voice and connecting with you more authentically, or what feels more easeful for me. So this week, I've been feeling a lot of heaviness, a lot of grief, a lot of pain, a lot of fear, anger, all the whole range of emotions of suffering because of the news around the US bombing Iran. This could bring up a lot. If you're an empath, highly sensitive person, anyone with empathy, you're probably feeling it too. You're feeling maybe a trigger from your own past experiences on war. You may be feeling empathy for the people who are living in it. You may be feeling maybe even a sense of shame to be living the life that you're living, to have the privilege to have the experience of like living your best life while other people are suffering. And I want to first say your feelings are valid wherever you are, whatever is showing up for you, whatever is coming up for you, your feelings are valid. Invite them in, let them be here, and remember to move through them. Because it's really easy when we experience heavy emotions to want to spiral in them. And I caught myself doing that. I feeling into the pain, starting with like just empathizing with the people in Iran and what it might be like to be there and feeling into their suffering and pain. And then that spiraled into what's happening in Israel and then what's happening in Gaza and then spinning out into Ukraine. Like there's no end to human suffering. You can go all day, you can spend weeks, you can spend years feeling into the depth of human suffering, but feeling into it, spiraling in that emotion is different than experiencing the emotion and moving through it. One way you're letting the emotion have the power and lead you, that's the spinning out, the spiraling. And the other way is you are reclaiming your power. You're seeing emotions as the visitor and you're moving through them. You're letting the emotions move as energy through you and out of you. The first way, the first way depletes you. We can't lead from depletion. We can't serve from an empty cup. We get immobilized. We're in survival mode and we can't be of service. Essentially, when we spin out in that, we're just perpetuating what's happening in the world, reacting from survival mode. And we need to choose to be doing something different. Pausing, regulating, recalibrating, and acting from a space of like presence, not reacting from fear, survival mode. And we can only do that when we prioritize our own energetic experience. This isn't spiritual bypassing. This is how we create effective change globally. Because if you want to make a global movement, it doesn't just start from this like feeling of like, all right, well, I'm afraid, I'm angry, I gotta do something. It's like a short, fiery burst, and then you burn out. You're depleted, you're angry. Anger can only take you so far. But if you choose a new way, we don't go the old way, the old paradigm that we've existed in as humanity. We choose a new way. We come back to ourselves and we move through our emotions and we regulate our nervous system. We shift out of survival mode into thriving, into presence. That's where we can lead and that's where we can make change. You see, when you prioritize your own needs, you have something to give. So, for instance, I was on a call with a client and she was talking about how she was experiencing the guilt of like how is she able to like be living in a place where she has so much privilege while other people are suffering so much, or why like this isn't fair, like how are we doing this, and she caught herself spinning and she was like, you know what I need to go to the river. I need to go take care of myself. And she expressed like, I feel guilty, like I feel selfish that I'm taking care of myself. And if you feel that way, it's totally natural. We're conditioned to dismiss ourselves and bring attention to what's urgent because our body cannot tell the difference between urgency collectively and urgency in our body. And so that's why we need to have that mindful shift, that presence to help bring us back into what is and what's here now. So she did. She went to the river, she regulated, and she felt inspired to sing. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to my community choir, and I'm bringing my energy. Like I feel this. And by her showing up, she regulated at the river, and she came in and she felt the call to bring in these songs. And by her doing this, she witnessed her community shifting too, uplifting. It made a ripple effect. You see, when you prioritize your own regulation, your own energetic alignment first, that that has a ripple effect. That's a butterfly effect. We focus on ourselves, right? We replenish ourselves, focus on what is, and when we're clear, we become channelers for inspiration, for us to move with. That's how we can move when we're inspired, when we're lit up, when we're aligned, when we have energy. We can receive the channel downloads from our guides, from our higher self, of how we can be of support. Whether that's showing up in your local community, donating your time, your energy, your money to be a part of the change. But it starts from within. And then that starts to trickle into your inner circle, the effects of the work that you did on yourself and how you feel and how you move through your emotions, how you unlifted. You have the energy now. You have the emotional capacity to hold those around you in their process and inspire them to do the same, to shift out of survival mode into out of spiraling and suffering and guiding them back into presence, regulation, and what's here and back into their power. And so then that has a ripple effect, that butterfly effect beyond your inner circle and into your community. And that's more people now that are uplifted, that are empowered, that have energy to make a move because global movements start at a grassroots level. And grassroots movements are community based. So if you want to make a change globally, if you want to be a part of shifting the collective out of survival mode into thriving, if you want to help, start with yourself. Regulate, process emotions, come back to. We need you to have energy. You're here to lead something bigger, even if it feels small and insignificant. Everything matters. The butterfly effect exists. You can see it in your own life. And in this example of my client, how she was able to pour into her choir community, they are all uplifted. And you can imagine how they're going back into their homes, how they're then maybe getting online and talking about it, sharing resources, donating, how they are open channelers to receiving the transmissions of how they can be a part of the greater movement, the spokesperson, the leader, the inspirer, whatever. So, if this lands for you, this resonates with you, yeah, reach out to me. Let me know it's alive for you. Let me know how this feels for you. Yeah, I wanted to share this message from my heart, and I hope that it inspires a recalibration for you this week and serves as a reminder moving forward, because we know that this is a big part of the heaviness is we know that this isn't the end of it. This is just the beginning. And this is where we get to choose to lead a new way. And I'm grateful that I get to walk beside you in that process.